Hello everyone, welcome to Sunday special class for NET and JRF aspirants. So we have already started the journey through Shakespeare and his works. So today we will start with Love's Labours Lost, which was printed in 1598. There is no major source for this work. It has elements of comedy of manners. The King of Navarre and his three lords have sworn celibacy for 3 years. They fall in love with the Princess of France and her attendant ladies. The other major characters are Don Adriano de Amardo, a Spaniard who uses extravagant language. Then the pedantic school teacher Holofernes. Dull, who is a constable. Costard, the clown, who speaks the long Latin word honorificabilituditatibus, the state of being loaded with honors. The play ends with songs of the cuckoo and the owl. The play within the play of the nine worthies occur here. Here the actors dress up as Muscovites, people from Moscow. Next, the Two Gentlemen of Verona. There are two major sources for this work. First of all, the story of Titus and Gysippus from Boccaccio's Decameron. Next is Portuguese author Jorge de Montemeor's Spanish work Diana Enamorada. It has a theme of male friendship disturbed by sexual jealousy, as in John Lilly's Euphus. Valentine and Proteus are friends. Proteus loves Julia. Valentine goes to Milan and falls in love with Sylvia. Proteus also sets off on his travels and falls in love with Sylvia. Julia comes to Milan in disguise. The betrayer Proteus finally repents. This is what happens in The Two Gentlemen of Verona. Next work is The Comedy of Errors, which was performed in 1594. The principal source is Plato's Manage Me, translated by William Warner, and other sources are Plato's Amphitryon, the medieval Gesta Romanorum. It was later a source for The Merchant of Venice also. Then another source is John Gower's Confessio Amandus, which is also later another source for Pericles. So the plot of the Comedy of Errors is that it is a short farce. The places Syracuse and Ephesus are enemies. Aegeon, an old Syracusian merchant, is arrested in Ephesus, and one of his twin sons, both named Antipholus, attended by twin slaves named Romeo, is separated and lives in Physis. So does his wife Emilia, who is now an abbess, that means a female superior of a community of nuns, which is often an abbey. After much comedy resulting from mistaken identity, the family is reunited. Next, we move on to the topic of early tragedies. First attempt at the genre of tragedy was Titus Andronicus. But the most famous in this group is Romeo and Juliet. The historical tragedy Richard III was also written in the same period. So we move on to Romeo and Juliet. It is a story of two young star-crossed lovers whose deaths unite their feuding families. So the source is the tragical history of Romeo and Juliet, 1562 by Arthur Brooke, which has been retold in prose in Palace of Pleasure by William Painter. The Montagues and the Capulets are warring families in Verona. Capulet plans a masked ball to demonstrate willingness for the marriage of his daughter Juliet with Count Paris. The lovesick Romeo, the son of Montague, attends the ball in a mask in pursuit of his beloved Rosalind. He meets Juliet and the two immediately fall in love. Juliet's cousin Tybalt recognizes Romeo and has to be restrained from fighting him. Romeo waits under Juliet's balcony and arranges a secret marriage with the help of Friar Lawrence and Juliet's nurse. The marriage takes place and is immediately followed by disaster. In a duel with the angry Tybalt, Romeo's friend Mercutio is fatally wounded and Romeo kills Tybalt. Banished from Verona, Romeo lives for Mantua, having spent a single night with Juliet. Capulet decides that Juliet must marry Paris immediately, and Friar Lawrence advises to Juliet to agree. He gives her a potion to drink before the wedding, which will make her dead for 42 hours. The friar would arrange for Romeo to meet her at the family vault when she wakes. In plague-torn Mantua, the friar's message fails to reach Romeo. Bad luck. Hearing of Juliet's death, Romeo buys poison, visits the Capulet's vault, finds Paris there, and kills him and drinks the poison. Juliet wakes, finds Romeo dead, and stabs herself with his dagger. The events related by Friar Lawrence serve to reconcile the two families. Okay, next we will discuss about the English histories. It is a 10 plays written by William Shakespeare. Under minor tetralogy comes Henry VI, 3 parts, and Richard III. And under major tetralogy comes Richard II, Henry IV, 2 parts, and Henry V. King John and Henry VIII are not included in any of the tetralogies. So, telling about Henry VIII, it is written in collaboration with John Fletcher in 1613. It is the last history play, and probably the last play also. And the original title could have been All is True. The only history play not written under the reign of Elizabeth is Henry VIII. And it is the only history play which is about a Tudor monarch. E.M.W. Tilliard has written about Shakespeare's history plays. He treats history plays as an expression of the Tudor myth. The Tudor myth presents a period of the Wars of Roses, 15th century, as of anarchy and bloodshed. Tilliard sees the Tudor myth operating more strongly in the chronicles of Hall than Holinshed. Hence holds that Shakespeare's histories were more influenced by Hall than Holinshed. So we will continue in the next class with many more works on Shakespeare. Thank you and happy Sunday.